7 years after a strange disaster turned most of Earth's creatures into gigantic monsters, humanity had almost disappeared. The oceans were the most dangerous place of all. Something enormous lived beneath the waves, a creature survivors called the HellCrab. It was bigger than a house, with armored claws, glowing eyes, and a shell strong enough to crush steel. On a small island near the ruins of an old coastal city, a group of survivors lived inside a damaged research station. Among them were Evan, a brave but lonely young man, and Maya, a skilled mechanic who had learned to repair almost anything. One evening, the station's radio suddenly received a weak signal. "Anyone alive near Sector 7? A voice asked. Maya rushed toward the radio. "Yes, we're here." The voice belonged to a group of survivors trapped on the mainland. Their food was running out, and they needed medicine. "We can reach you," Evan said. Maya stared at him. "The mainland is surrounded by monsters." Evan looked through the window toward the dark ocean. "I know." The next morning, 6 survivors boarded a small reinforced boat. Their mission was simple: cross the dangerous water, rescue the stranded people, and return before sunset. For the first hour, everything was peaceful. Then, the sea became strangely still. Maya noticed bubbles rising around the boat. "Stop the engine." Everyone froze. A massive shadow passed beneath them. Suddenly, the water exploded. The giant HellCrab emerged from the ocean. Its enormous claw slammed into the boat, throwing everyone across the deck. The engine died. Their supplies scattered into the water. "Move!" Evan shouted. The survivors fired their weapons, but the bullets bounced harmlessly from the creature's armored shell. The HellCrab raised its claw again. Maya noticed something unusual. "Wait!" she yelled. "Its eyes are exposed." Evan understood immediately. Instead of attacking the creature randomly, the survivors worked together. One person distracted the monster, while another repaired the emergency engine. Maya climbed onto the damaged mast and used a flare to draw the HellCrab toward her. The creature charged. At the last second, Maya jumped. The HellCrab smashed into the boat, but Evan pulled her back aboard. "Got you." The survivors finally restarted the engine, but the monster followed. They reached the mainland and found the trapped survivors hiding inside an abandoned subway station. There were 23 people, including children and elderly survivors. "We have to get everyone back to the boat," Evan said. Outside, the HellCrab approached. Its claws tore through abandoned vehicles as if they were toys. Everyone panicked. Then a little girl named Lily noticed a damaged construction crane beside the road. "Can we use that?" Maya looked at the crane. A plan formed in her mind. The survivors worked together. They connected heavy cables from the crane to a fuel tanker. When the HellCrab entered the street, Evan activated the crane. The tanker swung through the air and crashed against the monster. The HellCrab stumbled. "Now!" Maya shouted. Everyone ran toward the boat. The creature recovered and chased them to the shore. Evan stayed behind. Maya screamed, "Evan, come back!" He looked at the monster, then at the people escaping. He knew the boat would not leave in time if the HellCrab reached them. He grabbed a flare and ran in the opposite direction. The monster followed him. Evan sprinted through the ruins, leading the creature toward the old bridge. At the final moment, he jumped into the water. The HellCrab charged onto the weakened bridge. The structure collapsed beneath its enormous weight. The creature fell into the ocean. Evan disappeared beneath the waves. Maya refused to leave. She dove into the water. Seconds later, she found Evan trapped beneath floating debris. With the help of several survivors, she pulled him aboard. Everyone was silent. Then Lily smiled. "You saved us." Evan looked at the exhausted group. "No, we saved each other." As their boat sailed toward a safer island, the survivors watched the sunrise. The world was still dangerous. Monsters still ruled the oceans. But humanity had discovered something more powerful than fear. They had discovered hope, courage, and the strength of standing together. True survival is not about being the strongest person. It is about protecting one another, working together, and refusing to give up when everything seems impossible.